Welcome back, everybody. We are back in Flight 1C of the Lone Star Poker Series main event, $600 buy-in.
Get $600 you can loan me for 1D?
Not today. Not today.
Tomorrow?
Maybe, we'll see.
You gonna win some cash and then loan it me? I'm good for it.
That's right. We got a brand new table, everybody. We lost Clyde the Glide Hinson.
Must find a
We
new
didn't
hero.
lose him. He moved to the table. We'll hopefully get more updates. But we got a whole new run of players, you guys. So go around. I personally know 2 of these players, and I'm really excited to see these guys. And I hope they don't fight with each other too much. We'll talk more about that in just a few minutes.
It appears you're 8-handed to start right after this break.
You're correct.
And with a very unsexy hand to begin with. Dan has a pocket pair of 8s, and no one else has anything. Hand number 2 on the way.
So just to the left of the dealer, the one seat's open, and in seat 2 kind of looks like one. That is Mohammed. That's Mo. What's Mo's last name? Was it Kassaran? Kassaran, yeah. Live earnings in Hindenmob. I'm excited to see him at this table. Mo is a legend in Houston, taking first place back in 2012. What was it? 2012 in the Seven Clans Poker Cup out in Kinder at Kashada for $34,000. He also came in second place in 2018 in that $500 main event at the Lone Star State Poker Series at Post Oak, Houston. Close to the Lone Star Poker Series, but a little different. And Mo's all in right here with the short stack, only 43K with pocket 9s.
Mo doesn't want you commentating on his stuff. He's in or out.
That's right. Mo's like, Jesse's in the booth? No, forget that guy.
Bad juju. But no one really has anything to challenge him with.
Right. Even Keith in the big line says, I'm not going to put more chips in.
Lines are 10,000 now, so gonna have a lot of players push and fold.
Oh, for sure.
Those cards come in handy.
I personally, Mo's only got 5 big blinds. Man, I want to see Mo double that up a few times, please. Because I'm a big fan of him, man. He was amazing back when I used to play at those rooms around Houston years ago. Alex Optional is also at this table. Twitch streamer Alex Optional is sitting in seat 4, just 2 seats over to Mo's left. You can see the black bill of his cap on the far right side at the moment.
Alex has 13 or 14 big blinds.
Yeah, exactly. He's also pretty short. So with Mo's short stack, he's the kind of guy who's like a ninja in this position. Like it'll be really fun to see Mo how he handles that short stack of this.
We're both leaning forward and just see how he plays this.
Seriously, yeah. This is a friendly table so far. Keith in the small blind completes, and Dana just checks with 6-3 off. Alright, anybody want to take it? It looks like Dana does. Keith says it's yours, Dana.
Yeah, that's the power of a bigger stack.
That's right. Bigger stack and position. 2 things you need.
Very, very slowly working our way into this table. Not much in the way of drama in the first 3 hands.
We are live on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. We're on a 15-minute delay, everybody. My name is Jesse Fullen. I'm from Poker News. With me is my good friend Dave Clark, who's from Houston, Texas. And we're going to bring you commentary on this Flight 1C as we've played down to 29 players. I always say things with a little hesitancy. Is that correct? 29? Just double check.
So what is the bad luck here? The 2 players that you know are the 2 shorter stacks at the table.
I know, man. Don't want to see it. Plus, the worst is if you just continue like run deep close to the bubble, and you're unable to jump into late reg and flight 1D. Oh, it's so brutal to be in this. I mean, like, if you're Mo, do you just like walk away from your 5 bigs and go rebuy? I mean, obviously you don't, but
I'm sure he's got a game plan.
yeah, no kidding.
But he's now dangerously short because he just had to fold a big.
Yeah. 38 players left. We're 9 away from our stopping point for tonight. Our biggest stack is Stanley with 475k. And Stanley is sitting in. Wait, what? I don't have Stanley
He's
on
in
my
the
list.
3 seat.
Oh, he is? Okay.
3 seat.
This looks how Daryl is. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. I have him as Daryl Wright on my list, but there is no Daryl at this table. Interesting. Must have been a change right before.
So I'm just playing tricks on you.
So Keith at this table, he won event number 8, the $400 Potlam Omaha Black Chip Bounty event.
Someone's on here.
Yeah, no kidding, right? That's pretty fun.
Once in my life, I'd like to know what that feels like.
Keith's sitting in the 8th seat. Pretty fun. Alright, there's a look at the chip stacks. Mo with the short, 4 bigs left. Alex optional 14.
No one's exactly a big stack here. But 4 big blinds is.
Oh gosh.
That's definitely let's get it in there kind of mode.
Yeah, Stanley with 475.
But not on this hand.
Sitting good at this table, obviously, but you definitely want to grow that ace queen off for William in seat 7.
Let the players ease their way into this table. They haven't any big hands yet.
Yeah. No one's gonna play. William gets the blinds.
They gave you 5 hands to tell stories. What happened?
Blinds are 5K, 10K. We are about 8 minutes into the level, 22 minutes left in this level.
Said they're stopping at 29 tonight.
That's correct, yeah.
The blinds are just high enough now that you might lose 3 and 4 at a time.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Alright, let's see some hands here. William under the gun with ace 9 offsuit, first act. Will is going to put some chips in with queen 10 off. 2.5. This is open.
I approve.
Yeah. It's too much for me. I don't like that. I'm a 2x period. 2x period. That 0.5 is after that just it's a lot of it adds up. It adds up. If you
It's been many years, but I still laugh when I see the people who get the big hands and open for 10x.
oh my gosh, man. Still happens.
Still happens.
Still happens for sure. Stanley and Will nearly even in
Never be
chips.
too careful with those aces.
Dana right behind them too. 3 players who, if they get into a hand, man, that will be a massive stack. Small blinds, got ace jack offsuit when it gets around to him.
A lot of rags. A lot of rags.
Alex optional has an ace on the button. Mo has a king in the hijack. Does fold. Stanley with suited queen in the cutoff.
I think Reggie with his ace jack might be.
Stanley's putting chips in. Stanley is our chip leader at the table. 2.5x. Let's go. This is the second time we've seen it.
action.
3 bets to 75K. Is that 3x we talked about earlier?
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure out,
Yep.
spot the trends.
Absolutely.
Always patterns.
Absolutely. Back to Stanley in the 3 seats. Says, nah, I'm good.
Good 3-bet.
I
Takes
tried.
down the pot. No risk.
Exactly.
Next hand.
That's right. That's right.
See, but this is around the time when we were playing the 2-5 game in my tournament that would be very dangerous. Because our rule was if you could win any hand with 2-5, every single player at the table owed you the value of 1 big blind. Whatever a big blind was. So as the stacks got shorter, blinds became more valuable.
It's just so terrible. Just so
And if you
terrible.
had 2-5 with only 10 big blinds, you could triple your stack.
Just so terrible.
Oh, now we got some hands.
Oh, we sure do. All right, Dana, under the gun +1, wakes up with pocket 8s. 2.3x. Let's
I
go.
don't think anybody's going to get through the big blind on this one.
Let's see. Let's see. Stanley in hijack. Let's go. The Queen Jack suited. Well done. All right. William easy to lay down. Big blind. Will with 460K. Facing off with Dana, who has over 400K as well. This
Big
is
stack
nothing.
versus big stack collision.
Yeah, this is what we're trying to stay away from. Just flats. I love it. Laying the trap. That's right.
Oh,
that
at
could
the
be-
same time, big stacks, but not super big stacks. Which
Check
don't-
this out. Dana flops set of 8s, middle set,
Oh, this is going to be disgusting.
queen high flop. And Dana doesn't check. He continues. Let's go.
Oh, the smart call behind keeps the pot low.
Still feels like Will's trying to trap, I think.
Trying to trap it, give yourself a release valve. Oh, everybody picks up. Will picks up the flush draw.
Yeah, that's right. 1 spade in his hand. Dana doesn't like that.
Oh,
no! No!
Oh, no.
I mean, at least Dana can see it.
Runner, backdoor,
Dana,
sets are worthless.
Will bets correctly, 50K in there, about 1/3 pot, and yeah, easily done for Dana.
Feeling sick.
Dana doesn't even show it. Say, you mother. No, he's folds it carefully. Says, let's move on. Next hand. Let's get out of my system.
Win the minimum, lose the minimum.
That's right.
Train wrecks avoided. Somehow. Very surprised that didn't get a lot more chips in on the turn there.
So good.
That's also 2 big stacks, realizing it's probably not worth tangling with each other at the moment. Especially with, as you said, we only got to lose 8 to 9 more players before they're in the money.
Right.
Pick your spots. Kings are great, but they're not super great. Especially in Hold'em.
A little hiccup there. Reggie's going to open from the cutoff with ace-3 of diamonds. And Keith is, man, it's exactly the mint. Blinds are 510. He doesn't call the half price option. Says, I don't like coupons. No thanks. Not this time. So if you guys want to know more about Champions Social Poker Room out here in West Houston, head over to championsocial.com. You can subscribe to their email list and you'll get a free $20 chair time offer if it's your first time subscribing. Definitely worth checking out. This is a great, beautiful room, and I highly recommend if you're in the Houston area, come on over, check out what they have to offer. Got a great kitchen, great menu. In addition, what you'll find is that these tables, they put in automatic shufflers at every table, not the feature table, of course, for our broadcast, but when you're coming out to play with those automatic shufflers, you can get 30 to 40% more hands per hour. It's a really cool thing that they've invested in for the players in this room. They want to give
We got one all in.
players more value. Mo is all in with 10-8 suited.
He's gonna have live cards, but he's gonna meet resistance.
Oh, of course he will. Yeah, Keith in the small blind. Let's it go. Oh. Dana, do you want to put in an extra 33K? Oh, okay. He has defeat on his face. He lets it go.
I am incredibly surprised that got through.
Man, I bet Mo is too. That's amazing.
I don't think he minded getting called there because he needs the chips, and he was probably live against anybody.
Yeah, I think I only saw 10 that was dead based on the other hands that were folded.
Probably. No certainties in this game.
Nope.
And maybe that's the first sign of players tightening up a little bit as they get to the first kind of a bubble.
We were so close to the money, so close to the day 2 stuff. Lots of folds so far.
Lots of racks to go with those folds. It's a situation if you're 50 big blinds or more, you can just run over the table because no one's really picking up anything.
Right. Boom. Easy game. We're 8 players away from our moment to bag for Flight 1C. We appreciate you guys hanging out watching with us here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. You're watching the $600 buy-in main event of the Lone Star Poker Series, taking place at Champions Social Poker Room in West Houston. This has been started last Friday. So let's do some math. What is that? Is that 7, 8, 9,
Day
10
9?
days? Is that 10 days or 9 days?
Finish
Friday's
tomorrow?
Pardon?
When's it finish?
Sunday.
Yeah. 10 day event. Today's day 9.
Yep, there you go. So 10 days of poker. They've had mixed games, 8-game tournaments, Potluck Omaha, bounty events. You've got Big O, Deuce 7 triple draw, all sorts of great things, including, well, of course, in addition to the great game of No Hold.
You said these automatically shufflers, they're not giving anybody any cards right now.
Well, not here. This is hand shuffle.
Hand shuffle this? Okay.
Yeah. Plus, these cards have all the computer chips.
Oh, that's
on,
right. They have the
so you
RFID
don't want-
ones.
you
Yeah.
don't want- we were talking about
That'll
that.
jam the machine for sure.
Oh, right.
Something's up because no one's really catching anything.
Yeah, it's probably dealer error. Probably blame it on the dealer.
Typical poker player.
That's
playing
right.
the dealer.
You got that right.
No one takes any personal responsibility for getting dealt queen 3.
Mo down to 4 bigs. You know,
Better than having 0 bigs, but still kind of short.
what's great though is he's taking his time. He's waiting. He's playing his position. He's being smart with his short stack, as you'd expect for a player of his caliber, a player with his experience, his resume. Mo's on the button, and it sucks.
You're elevating the 7 clans only because that's where you won your first big tournament.
That's absolutely right. Oh, he's also played some other stuff, man. Come on.
You're just, that's like the gold standard for you. Winning a shot at tournament, you're a god in Jesse's mind.
That's absolutely right. Absolutely right.
I won one there 3 years after you.
Yeah.
Not for as much money.
But who did it first?
They flattened the prize pool shortly
I
thereafter.
remember that.
You
Gosh.
broke the game.
When I didn't shop or anything. Alright, Alex Optional's going to fold the King 9. Hey Alex, you folded the best hand. What a mistake. Winning is optional for Alex Optional.
Hey Clyde, come back to this table. Please.
We're going to have a new Clyde at this table. Will O, sitting with 53 bigs, 530K. It's a very healthy stack.
Look at this. You got one hand to see what's semi-connected.
You gotta get through the bad hands to get to the good stuff, man. Don't worry, we'll get there. We'll be fine.
Mo's not waiting for your bad luck. He's in there with an ace.
Hey, absolutely. And look, it's gonna work.
Man,
Reggie.
best hand.
Yeah,
What
Reggie.
else can you ask for as a short stack?
Reggie, come on in. Nope.
Raise and take it.
That's right.
Easy game. I can't ever get easy.
I want Mo to get more chips than that, though.
It's weird how the math works. It feels like a big bet when you shove 50 in there, but it's really not all that big.
Right.
As I say, whoever invented the poker chip is a genius. Makes the game so much easier to just throw money in the middle.
Oh, yeah. Feel it's really, you're disconnected from your money with those. Oh, goodness, man, you're absolutely right.
The dealer's bias against good hands continues.
Keith's going to get 2.4 big blinds to go. Easy fold for Mo, easy fold for Stanley. Alex, optional, chooses the fold option.
Yeah, we could really news Norm Chad here right now, so you could tell an ex-wife story while all these guys keep folding their regs.
It would be fun. Would be fun, man. Norman Chad had a rough quarantine, rough pandemic stuff, man. His wife, he's married for the third time, is stuck out with family on the northeast part of America, and he was stuck at home with his dog, Blue. Blue passed away.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, his dog of many years, who put on social media, his dog passed away, and he's stuck at home, and he gets COVID too.
I knew about the COVID. I didn't know
So
about the dog.
rough, man.
Sorry to hear that, Norm.
Right, but he got through it. He got a new dog. Jamie Kerstetter, of all people, out in Vegas, connected him with a shelter where she got her dog, and I think it's like the sibling of her dog.
Jamie Kerstetter, my hero, goes to law school, realizes it sucks, and does something else.
That's right. Oh, Keith turns the pair of kings here to get ahead of William. Go ahead.
Well, that ace slowed the whole hand down. to
Of
begin
course. Of course.
Okay, we are live now. If you want to jump on Facebook and share, now's a good time to
Keith
do
will
that.
take the chips. So yeah, man. That's so. If you heard about the Ooka Luka stuff that Norman Chad's been doing, this is it seems kind of corny, kind of cheesy. Like, what are you doing, Norman Chad? It's not really. There's no punchline to it. But this is something he's been doing based on all the stuff that's been hitting him in the gut. He also started a new podcast about sports betting, and I found a book that he wrote back in the '90s.
Norm's been around forever.
Oh,
He's
been
not a
writing
stand-up
for-
comedian. He's not just a poker commentator. He's been writing for things forever.
Yeah, he's been a sports writer for decades. Yeah, he's we connected well this past year or so.
And I knew about his Pay the Man Shirley column long before he ever was commentating poker.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Mo with Ace Jack of Spades. I would expect his undergun plus 2 spot to be the moment he's been waiting for.
Stanley's got a pair.
That's right. And the
It's the worst hand
hijack.
of poker, but it's a pair.
And a big stack of 430K. I wouldn't be surprised we. I mean, do you want to flat that much? It's nearly 60K.
Well, there's too many players behind. Depends on how frisky he wants to be with 50
Right.
big blinds.
Yeah, because you make that flat, and someone's bound to raise you.
You're just asking, well, it's hard to raise him, but in a typical situation,
Boom. For the third time, Mo has shoved his short stack and taken the blinds and the ante away.
Jesse gets his seal of approval, everybody else at the table is terrified of him.
Love to see it.
All the way up to 7 big blinds.
That's right.
At some point, someone's going to have to call him just so we can get some, get some chips to play with.
I'm sure as the comfort level, that's what usually happens in my opinion at feature tables, streaming tables. Once the cameras are on, the microphones are on, you play a different style. I mean, even though you've been playing with these same players, this is a table that was grabbed and moved in, so they already know each other. They already know their styles. Things change when you get to a
The
feature
mood
table.
for sure changes.
Yeah. Mo again jams. No one really has anything to play with,
Everyone acts differently when they know they're being watched.
right? Will folds queen eight, easy fold from cube. Boom.
4 for 4.
That's right. Undefeated. Mo, fourth time, steals the blinds and the ante.
Still playing 8-handed, but we only have one guy above 50 big blinds. Getting close.
No kidding. No kidding.
So it sounds like you're just playing these turbo events that having 10 big blinds feels like a pile of chips towards the end.
Oh man. Dude. Oh,
Oh, this will be a hand. This is going to be a hand.
Oh, Mo.
3 pairs and some connected cards.
Mo. Oh.
Good night, Mo.
Mo jams the queen jack of diamonds. Yeah, as you can see, he's got some work to do.
He's going to get called this time.
Oh. He gets a call from Stanley with pocket sixes. Reggie with pocket kings is
King 6s, 4s, Queen Jack, and King Jack all in play.
Reggie, do you just flat? Do you shove? What do you want to do to try to get more Stanley's chips?
And I've been here for a couple hours now. No one's really gotten out of line at any point in these hands.
It is a jam from Reggie for 276. Will O easy fold with your fours. You want to see a flop, but no, not today. Dana.
And just see what Stanley does though, because it's not that much more.
Dana.
I'm sorry, I misread that. It's half a stack. Initially, the thing was only 8 big blinds, but now it's a much bigger call.
Oh yeah, much bigger. So Dana folded one of the kings, in case Stanley or Mo flops something fun.
This set up perfectly for Reggie, the way the bets and the raises went.
For sure. All right, heads up.
And some extra chips in the middle, too.
Yep, that's right. Reggie has Mo covered. He'll pull back his remaining nearly 200K. And 10-7-5 all hearts. Reggie with a king of hearts.
And
That's it for Mo. Yep, drawing down the turn. GG Mo. It was great to see you on the feature table. He might be running off to Fire and Flight 1D. We'll check in and see
I
later.
hate that so much. You got the connected suited cards.
Yeah,
Comes out the right color with the wrong suit. Just feels like you just
right? It's
like
just
it's
a
a
mess.
personal insult.
Man. Hey, speaking of which, what do you feel about 4-color decks?
I used to love them.
Yeah?
And then
What changed?
I played with it a few times with the live, with 4-card color.
Yeah.
It's hard to get
Oh,
adjusted to live.
I love them, man. I love them. We had them in Reno, made by Tom Anderson over at, oh gosh, come on. Oh my gosh, it just completely dropped out of my memory. But yeah, no, run up partnered with Tom Anderson at Faded Spade. There we go, Faded Spade Poker.
Okay.
And they gave us, we worked with him to get 4-color RFID cards. And so 4-color cards
wow.
for the Peppermill. And yeah.
Yeah, online, 4 colors standard. But in my poker, for some reason, my eyes just never quite took to 4 colors in front of me where I can touch it and feel it and see it.
If you played more stud, I think you'd be a bigger fan of it.
Oh, yeah, I haven't played.
Right?
I need to play more stud. I need to get back to playing cards and play more stud poker. But that's a memory game. Keeps sharp.
Check this out. Dana is calling from the small blind with a deuce 4 offsuit. Half price. Stanley says, hey, the ticket price just went up. Gas prices just went up. That's a little more.
See, now, like stud, I want to play more Raz. I want to play some low ball. I want to play some split putt games.
And exact chip count? What are we
Exit
gonna do?
mode. the stacks are starting to get squeezed together.
Oh,
What
for
blind level
sure.
are we going to be at? Still the same?
Flat 10 to 510.
No one's big enough to truly bully the table. Because even with 10 big blinds, you can put a hurting on someone right now.
I mean, yeah.
Hands, tell me again.
I feel like Stanley's sitting in a pretty healthy position. We'll wait and see. Reggie into the gun. 10-8 off. Full.
Structures look like they're pretty smooth though as far as the blind levels going up, so that gives you a lot of room to play with.
Yeah, the structure has been fantastic for this man. On day 2, it's going to slow down even. 40-minute levels. And they're going to restart at 2 p.m.
They expect to play to finish tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah. There's no plan for day 3.
Okay, I'm going to
So
need
It's
the
going to be a
name.
long day.
They will. Players are already in money levels, so I expect there to be a lot of short stacks who are just trying to make it into that pool of money, making
548
money.
Desmond.
And then
So
once the bubble bursts, then it's going to go quick.
that's my
Got another new
expectation.
player, it looks like.
Yep. Seats 1 and 2 are now filled. We'll take their names.
Is it Tiffany? I need exact numbers.
Eric Anderson is very skilled at spelling the names of women. Tiffany. Yeah,
He's being respectful.
he was. Be better if you spell it really weird. Is that Tiphani? No, it's the traditional spelling, Tiffany.
I have the most common boring name, and you'd be surprised if I can find ways to misspell my name.
I saw someone spell my name Jesse, J-E-S-S-E, J-E-S-I.
I need her chip
It's
count.
like, uh-oh. How was your name misspelled?
Yeah, I have Rick Springfield in mind.
Yeah.
I've not seen any of the.
459. Got it.
As you said, full nine-handed now.
7 fold, 8 fold, 9 fold,
There we go.
10 fold.
7 called,
So I guess we're down to 4 tables of 9.
8, 9, 10 fold.
That way you can play down to 29.
One.
Is that the plan?
Okay, Tiffany,
I was
next
supposed
time
to.
put the cards right in that box in front of you so that the computer can read them.
Four fold.
William opens the action on the go with ace-7 of spades.
I don't think he's going to like the results.
Reggie wakes up with queens. What do you do here with queens in the big blind? I wouldn't call it. I'd push back like maybe a 2.5, 3x raise. He does raise to 40K. Let's go.
He wants action.
Yeah.
He's not making it too big. He wants some action.
7 called.
William snap calls.
That's interesting.
I mean, suited ace, you want to see a flop of 2 spades as well. That's the kind of flop William was looking for.
Well, that's just, we're going to see a river, I believe.
We'll definitely see a turn. There's no way Reggie or William will get away from this flop.
No. This is in a cash game, you both jam it and run it twice, right?
Pretty standard. Pretty standard. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to hang out with us. We are on a 15-minute delay. If you have any questions for me, Jesse Fullen, or my buddy Dave Clark about the game we're playing, about the players, about the room, if we don't know, we'll let you know. We're very honest people. We'll tell you, I don't know, but we'll also do our best to get you an answer. Here we go.
If you have any questions for me about poker, I'm probably going to disappoint you, but if you have questions about other things.
Reggie was all in and lost with an ace on the river.
Oh, not even a spade and ace. That's just
right.
dirty.
That's right.
Barry Greenstein approved. Thank you.
That's right. Barry Greenstein on the river. Kapow.
So other than go and hang out in card rooms, what's the first thing you're going to do when things open back up after this pandemic?
Ooh, that is a good question. Man alive, what will I do? Karaoke.
I would have guessed that, but I just wanted to,
Yeah, when things get back to normal, I'll be telling my wife it's time for me to take a little karaoke break. I gotta go.
I will be going to rock concerts every single week for like
I'm sure you will.
6 months probably.
Gosh.
I miss them so much. The last rock concert I went to was December of 2019. It's been more than a year.
Oh my gosh, man. Vegas is a complete ghost town when it comes to shows and stuff like that. The only show I heard about that was like trying to reopen was Carrot Top, and he was trying to make a show that could have only 50 people in the audience of like a ballroom that could seat, you know, 600.
That's gotta be weird for a comedian because you played with a room.
I mean, I think you have to move into a smaller ballroom on site.
Yeah.
Make it a little more. But yeah, it's just crazy.
Well, I've seen a lot of virtual musicians doing virtual live streams, and it just doesn't have the same feel to it. And they try their best, and, you know, help them out as much as they can. But it's a tough scene,
Yeah.
and it's really hard for musicians and artists right now because they're getting the worst of all of this.
King 10's gonna be good. Desmond will take the pot down. 35 players remain. You'll see the action slow down. We are 6 away from action completely coming to a halt.
Yeah, we're going to see some interesting decisions. People on the bubble.
For sure.
But yeah, when this ends, I've already got a friend. We're making tentative plans to go out to Vegas and hang out with you when this is done.
Beautiful, dude. Love that.
Just a matter of when.
Right? Let's see. Reggie on the button has a hand that's nice. Desmond has pocket 6s and on the gun +3 middle position.
He's king and 6s. Let's see. Both decent sized stacks. I don't think Desmond's going anywhere. It's near 600K.
No, Desmond C2 is going to put a nice open. Oh, he calls. Okay.
Situational.
Oh, for sure. Here we go. Reggie on the button is going to raise with the ace king offsuit up to 50K. Desmond's thinking about it.
It's hard to set mine because you can't get really good value when the blinds are this low, or the effective stack's this low.
I mean, it's 38K to win a pot, 92K at the moment. Yeah, he's going to make a call for sure. It's a coin flip for Reggie. Ooh, 9-7 deuce rainbow.
That's a pretty solid flop if you have 6s.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, other than actually spiking at 6, it's pretty good.
Yeah, the only thing that Desmond is afraid of is maybe a flop set.
But it's also a pretty good set flop for Reggie if someone's just going to call it behind.
Ooh,
It's not the easiest call.
but he does make it. Desmond was staring Reggie down, watching him as he put his c-bet out. Try to.
I'm wondering
fill.
what's the dirtiest card on the turn?
It's not 10 hearts. No. It's another overcard. Puts Desmond fourth
It
pair.
kind of gets a straight there, but not really.
Desmond's staring at Reggie's chip stack, seeing that Reggie has less than a pot bet.
8-6 just got there, but 8-6 is unlikely to be in this hand.
With less than a pot bet,
Ace-10 just got there, but that's also unlikely to have called the flop. I think both players feel like they're in a good spot.
I think Desmond's thinking about at this stage, Reggie has enough invested in this pot, 120K, 180 behind, that he bet Reggie could have easily overbet, like jammed.
Yeah, Reggie can't really just jam and get a fold because it's less than a pot size bet.
Right. Oh, and Desmond's leading out. It's perfect. There you go. It's a great check on the turn from Desmond to make sure that Reggie didn't try to steal it. 106K, 12K at this level. 59 big, 713K for Desmond over there in seat
It's a big
2.
hand.
Yeah, no kidding. Alex Optional needs to choose the double up option
and not go out like Mo.
Brutal.
I remember ball in. Temple. One
So
called.
one thing that's really unique about the Lone Star Poker Series is that they work with the poker rooms that they connect with to bring in professional crews. Nothing against the staff you have, but typically the rooms out here aren't filling up like this. Not I mean, you know, on a regular basis. So what the Lone Star Poker Series does, they bring out tournament directors who have worked at WSOP for years and years to come out, sometimes to deal, sometimes to be floor managers. It's been really, really fun to see like what kind of value the players get. Not only do they get this kind of experience with the feature table, the opportunity to play in such a big, beautiful room like with the automatic card shufflers, but they also get a floor staff that you can completely depend on and know is going to like manage this the correct way. If you have a question, if you have any sort of hesitation, it's immediately taken care of very quickly. Things have run so well this week, and you can tell the players continue to come back day after day.
It definitely makes a difference.
Oh.
I've been in enough tournaments that were poorly run, and no one ever wants to go back. It can break a poker room.
For sure. Heads up between Tiffany in the undergun +1 spot and Reggie in the cutoff. Reggie with the
It's
ace
leading a
queen.
little bit, so who knows how that's gonna play out here.
Right.
40,000.
I think Tiffany's gonna make a stab at this on the turn.
Are these calling chips?
Yeah,
I mean, she can backdoor into a nice flush draw, or
she's got a hand that can go a lot of different directions.
oh, that's a raise, I think.
Well,
No, it's
Oh wow!
yeah.
That's
let's
a
go.
confident bet.
Oh.
That's good. Instead of betting 120 on the turn, she raises only the 85 there and gets the same result.
Just pretty crazy,
That's sneaky. I like that.
right? One of my favorite kind of like secrets of the Lone Star Poker Series, if you'll see him walking around. There's a floor manager named Ti, kind of under the radar, but he at the World Series of Poker, he is the floor who's completely in charge of any mixed games. Like he is head of mixed games almost for WSOP, and he's out here running the tournaments. Like it's I'm telling you, man, the quality you get for your investment here at Champions right now and during the Lone Star Poker Series is just phenomenal.
It's money well spent.
No joke. Yeah, it's so fun. That and they bring in dealers. It's just a really, really well done system. So
Plus, you'll get the residual effects weeks from now, and people will talk about this, come back and keep playing.
mm-hmm.
It won't just be this event and everybody disappears into a ghost town after it.
Yeah, Champions Day, a really fun feature where for every initial buy-in for a tournament, they give you an hour of cash play for free. So just a little added value. Come back. You know, you've been in the room. Come back and play some more on us. Love to have you come back out later. I think it's a really, really smart move on their part.
and raise all in. Fold.
We're starting to get some more creative play out of these players. No one's waking up with monsters, so they're finding other ways to get chips.
That's right.
Tiffany just took down a hand with a 10 high in the last one.
We're 6 away from stopping play. This is when those short stacks, Alex optional, Reggie, Keith's got to be careful. Keith's probably feeling a little better, but with only 20 bigs, you know you can't get involved in the hand and go under 20. You got to climb. You can't go under. This is the time to try to steal with 10 high.
But you can use
Sure.
that to your advantage as well and tell a solid story.
Oh, as Mo
Why
did
would this
earlier.
person be in the hand? Because they should be folding unless they have it.
Right. Look at this. Desmond on the gun wakes up with a pocket pair.
And Will woke up with queens.
Desmond's also our chip leader at the table.
Two biggest stacks might be going at it right now.
I don't think Desmond's getting too involved. I think Desmond can get away from a 3-bet.
7,000. 3, 4,
As we've seen so far, the big stacks have been playing against each other, but not exactly going all in.
Right, so 6K, 12K, and Desmond was 27K. So just over the minimum open, which is great. Over
He
the
is
will.
2.2.
Yep. Will, what are you going to do?
Probably pocket what, to 65 or 70?
Maybe. We may see some interesting like moves with his stack.
2,000.
Well, Will's got to be careful because it's the one person that can really
Oh,
hurt
look
him.
at- oh, big 3-bet. Over 100K up to 102. And see, Desmond, there's no reason for him to play this hand.
Not now. No.
Yeah, no. You don't even want to, you know. Yeah, just easy lay down. You make that. See, I would love to see a call from Will there.
Yeah.
Just a flat with your queens, you know. So of course, I was seeing the cards versus their position where you don't want to
I
call.
think he was playing the stack more than he was playing
Yeah,
what the opponent might be holding.
yeah, for sure.
Because as you said, we're only 5 or 6 players away. There's a situation where you don't want to light your 500,000 on fire going up against another bigger stack. I've done that enough times. I always regret it.
So 15 minutes ago, the average stack was 260K. We talked about how that was 15 minutes ago. It's probably at the same level.
Same level, but you know we've lost a couple players, so it's probably bumped up 20 or 30.
Pardon me.
3 full,
Alex optional, king, queen, under the gun +1.
4,
What
all
a rough position to finally have a hand that's
in.
somewhat pretty.
Yeah.
He's in.
Only William is one worried about with his ace. But I don't think he can call in that position. Plus, only 280 behind, anyways.
Alex has just enough in chips to hurt somebody.
Yeah, definitely like put a little pain on him. Williams grabbing chips. Oh,
He's trying to get a reaction. Yeah.
lays it down.
9 full, 10 full,
And this will be anticlimactic.
65,000.
Or
Desmond doesn't have a lot of chips. 10-8 suited.
oh, feeling frisky. He's
Oh
in.
man, Alex, you got
I
so.
was wrong. Desmond's here to play.
Yeah, I like to see it.
So of course, it's now going to come out all red and raggedy.
Jack 6 deuce.
Yep.
Oh no! Oh,
Bang bang.
Alex optional. Eliminated, just short of bagging for day 2.
Jesse hexed
Here.
his 2 friends. And
Flight
another out.
once, that's right. I had 2 friends, and then I had none. Oh man. Good game, Alex.
Skyrockets to 787,000.
Good game to Alex optional.
Now we have 5 to go, 6 to go.
I believe that it was 6. If Alex is the only player to go out so far, the other tables will be at 5.
Ever closer.
Yep. So I love your question, Dave, about like, what do I want to do? You talk about music. How about with poker? Like, let's say you get back into poker, and like like you were.
I will concede I have not played a single hand of poker in 2 years now.
Don't say that.
Seriously.
Look at this. Look at this.
But I will be back in. Once this opens back up, I'm going to start playing again.
Oh, this is amazing.
Now
Ace
we have
queen,
a train wreck.
Ace queen for Reggie. 9s for William in the undergun +1.
Oh my gosh, this
Kings
is
and
mean.
queens for Dana and Tiffany down in the later position.
This is a setup.
Oh my gosh.
We got big stacks with big cards.
You were like, there's just no action at this table. I told you, just wait. Just you wait.
Watch them dodge this nimbly and all get out of the way.
The 9's folded.
Yeah, look at
Well,
that.
because Reggie shoved and they got, of course.
Just
Oh, Tiffany. Tiffany's got them both covered. What do you do here with queens? Tiffany, you're in the $600 main event of the Lone Star Poker Series. $200,000 guarantee. You know it's about to hit 400K, and we're 5 away from backing. You have queens facing 2 all-in players.
if she calls, she can have 100,000. If she wins, she can have over $1 million.
Look, both of the queens are already dead. Stanley and Reggie. She lays it down amazingly. I mean, it's you have to lay down queens in a tournament like this at this point.
She's only played 2 hands since we've been here, and she's been perfect on both of them.
Yep. Ooh. A little earthquake here in Texas, guys. A little shaky.
It's the kings pounding the table, realizing the queens didn't call.
Can't see the board. Yeah, but we're gonna have to get those cards.
Somebody double.
746.
Small blind.
Yeah, that's okay. I want you to take that right now.
You could have had 18 get it, but.
We got a freeze on the cards, it looks like.
There we go. Oh, the ace in the river gives it to Reggie.
Yeah, it's just disgusting.
No kidding. Oh man. 34 players remain.
But look at that, no train wreck. That should have been 3 all-ins and an overlay, and 1 player walking away with 900,000. You don't get any of that.
Just wild.
That's why they're out there and we're in here.
That's 100% correct. 100%.
Sure, man. He did 2 cards and 4 cards. Yes, sir.
So if you get back into poker, I highly recommend Range Trainer Pro. It is some great opening ranges, like that Cale Clayton of One Pro Poker. Do you remember you were hearing about Cale Clayton?
I do not.
He's the guy that Dale Negreanu, he won a contest with Dale Negreanu to be put into a main event. He's in a wheelchair. His dad went with him to hold the cards for him and stuff like that.
I think I remember seeing him on series, but I don't remember the details.
Yeah, Cale's a fantastic person in the poker community. He's been very, very active over the years. And he helped put together Range Trainer Pro, a fantastic tool that I recommend to anyone who is playing a lot of poker during this quarantine season. And yeah.
Well, I accept that whenever I get back in the game, I'm going to be many, many, many steps behind. But the advantage is there's training sites, there's all sorts of resources available now that weren't available 15 years ago, so you can get up to speed pretty quick.
Oh, under the gun with aces? Hello, William.
King, Jack, Desmond, Stanley's got pocket 5s. Might see some action here.
8, 9, fold.
Not quite 3x, is it?
10 fold. 1 fold.
That's probably going to drive out some players.
Yeah. Desmond, King Jack offsuit.
That's just been on a rush, so he might feel a little bit splashy.
Yeah, maybe so.
But if he doesn't call, I suspect Stanley will.
2 calls.
Those are calling chips.
They're in.
Yeah. Now Stanley can definitely.
Stanley is a definite set mining opportunity in play.
No kidding.
3 calls. 6 fold.
Just to remind you guys, we are on a 15-minute delay here in the commentary booth. So when you comment on Facebook, hey, what's up, Antoine? See you in chat. Oh, he hit. Okay, what happened? Oh, shoot, man.
Oh, this hand's
7
over.
goes all in.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
William shows on the 9-8-2
3 fold. Shows rocket.
Bottom.
Good.
Appreciate you hanging out with us, Antoine. Hope you're having a good night. Antoine, if you guys don't know, is part of Houston Poker Live on Facebook. A great Facebook group. I don't think you're in there yet, Dave.
No.
You should jump in. Houston Poker Live. Antoine helps facilitate run it. It's to help connect poker players with what's going on in the city of Houston across all the different poker rooms to make sure that like all the different values are well known in the community. Yeah, it's just a good group.
I'm not sure what Zuckerberg knows about my poker trends.
Jeez. Good to see you though, dude. Hope you're having a good night. My name's Jesse. I'm from Poker News. With me is my good friend Dave Clark. and we are bringing you commentary through the end of day 1C.
I thought we'd have more stories, but they would have a lot of all-ins. Now, if they going hand for hand now?
That's what it sounds like. There may have been a big bust out in one of the tables, or
No, they've stopped play for the moment.
what's nice is they've been breaking down into this private room. So there's not a lot of tables outside in the wider room to try to like figure out what's going on. They're keeping a really good eye. I got to tell you about Poker Atlas. Have you heard of Poker Atlas?
No. Oh, yeah. I used to have. Yeah. I used to have those app, yeah.
Yeah, you know Bravo. It's the same kind of thing, right? They've developed a new product for the Texas market, where the tables, not the feature table, you can't look at this one, but the other tables have this spot on there where an iPad fits, and players come up with their cards like what you have. The dealer scans it for tournaments and cash games. So the clock that tells you how many players and stuff, it's always up to date. When a player busts out, the dealer just pushes one button, seat open.
Real-time updates.
Exactly. I mean, it's amazing. So,
What's the way? I mean, it kind of should be. That's good.
but you've played poker tournaments, especially like circuit events and stuff, where
Where they were always 15 minutes behind on who's in the tournament and how many are left.
Exactly,
And the
that kind
average
of
staff,
stuff.
yeah, that was never.
Right.
That was always kind of problematic.
like the hand for hand type stuff, could have missed the big value. Like that's all taken care of here at this room.
There were
Like,
situations where they were in the money before they realized it.
yeah, I remember things like that. Yeah, so Poker Atlas is fun, is really fun, and it's really great to see it in use like this out here. Ace 4-3 all clubs. Stanley the button flops a pair of aces and has the only club in play.
Desmond has
No
9
reason.
high and nothing to go with it.
That's right. No reason to continue. The clock is paused. We are on the stone bubble.
Players in 30.
Yeah.
I've been impressed with these players. They've been spotting situations way better than I would have expected in a bubble environment like this.
We are going hand for hand. We've never played hand for hand. What happens is on every table.
True hand for hand now.
Mm-hmm.
And 30 players at this table, so I'm guessing we have 4 tables still. 30 players total.
Yeah, like 8-8-7-7.
Average stack is 20 big blinds, which is room to maneuver, but not a ton. Wow.
Telling you, dude, run this stuff professionally. It's so like
No
in Houston,
free-for-alls
Texas.
running
In
around.
Houston, Texas, is it being run this well? How sick is this? This is just so great. Man.
Deshaun Watson wants to get traded to this poker tournament.
That's right. All right, you heard him. Dealers shuffle up and deal one hand. We are playing one hand at a time to make sure that everyone gets to play.
Speaking of orders getting traded, Jared Goff just got traded.
yeah.
Matthew Stafford. Hey, if they're going to go hand for hand, I'm going to take the news.
I'll keep you on the action. I'll let you know what happens.
Big raise, 35,000.
Reggie on the button is going to open to 35K with Queen 4 offsuit, just looking to steal in this hand-for-hand aggressive moment. But he's facing Will in the big blind, who has a much larger stack, and 2 suited cards.
Wow.
Heads up.
Let's see a flop, dealer.
Price for Deshaun Watson just went way up.
Ace 7-6, 2 spades. Will flops a pair of sevens
Take back 40,000.
and decides to lead out here.
It's called.
Reggie lets it go.
And we're back to waiting.
So, in hand for hand, what happens is once the hand is completed, the dealer will then shuffle the cards and wait. As the floor manager is walking around watching all the tables, once every dealer has completed their hand, then the tournament director will say, again, shuffle and deal one hand, just like you just heard. This is what keeps it so fair. In case one table is like slow playing and another table is really active and really aggressive, you're not losing your opportunity to play. No one is going to get blinded out. It's just the smart, safest way to play.
Especially at this table where the shorter stack is 14 big blinds, which is not exactly in the dangerous level.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's somebody on the other tables that's bleeding.
Tenfold.
Always happens. So we might see some creative folds here, just trying to wait out the uber short stack in another table.
Eightfold.
Right.
Sevenfold.
Yeah, I've done it. I've been that short stack before.
8 raises, 36,000 total.
It's not the bravest way to make money, but
But you know,
you do what you got to do sometimes.
that's right.
So yeah, well, we wait at some point when next time you come out to Houston, you get to see my house.
Oh, I know, man.
Spending all my time decorating my new house with poker and music and things.
Ugh. Yeah, I want to.
So I picked a good time to move because nobody can go anywhere. No one's really in the way when I was trying to move things around.
Yeah. Oh no, I know this one, the other clock. Okay, so I'm looking at the players. Registration's open for only 18 more minutes, so once you hear this, you got 3 minutes left in reality. 253 runners, the biggest flight, 1D. Just wild. Man alive. Can't wait to do the math. Once that closes, we will know definitely over 400K. 250, 240, that's 490 plus 190 plus 170. 190 is about 100K.
Leave that to you.
2.5.
I got my math degree 20 years ago.
We've got 250, 350. I think we'd be around 4 to 450 is what I'm guessing the guarantee is going to be, what we're going to be at based on those numbers. Just rough guesstimation.
Yeah, if the guarantee was 2 and they're over 450, that's a smashing success.
Yeah, 100%. With this success, it'll be exciting to see what Champions does afterwards. They can get some more fun tournament series coming up. Definitely a room I want to continue to hear about. More mixed games, please.
Global was the main event.
Alright, here we go, guys. Shuffle and deal another hand. Remember, this table, Reggie is the short stack. And Reggie's sitting in the hijack position with ace-4 of hearts. Could spell danger, but no, Tiffany's on the gun. I'm sure we're going to see a fun move here.
How short min raising will certainly
40,000.
40,000.
slightly more than min raising.
Yeah, it's 2.5.
45?
45,000. 2, 3, and 6.
A little more than 40, okay. It's going to make Reggie's decision much easier. Let's it go.
Snap folds.
William with the ace-jack of clubs. Let's it go?
Like I said, creative folds on the bubble.
Man. Yeah. Green light to fold. hands like that. I get it.
Or maybe just Tiffany's the Phil Ivey at his table. People are terrified of him.
Speaking of Phil Ivey and names like that, have you watched much of the high stakes poker?
I have not. I was for so long, and then I just kind of dropped off that. But I see the updates on Poker News. I see some of the other players talking about it, so I get secondhand commentary.
Yeah, get the clips and stuff. Yeah, it's fun they brought it back, man. I just love the commentary. I love it. Oh,
Of course.
Golly, come on.
Well, the saddest thing was with the initial run of high stakes poker when they just had Norm do it and Norm Macdonald do it by himself in the booth. That was when the first incarnation ran out of steam.
Yeah.
I do not see a train wreck brewing on this hand.
Nope.
Once again, leaving it up to another table to do the killing.
3 fold, 6 fold, 7 fold, 8 fold.
So we don't know what players will be making as a min cash yet, everybody, because there's still open registration in Flight 1D. Once that comes to a close, it'll take a little while to do all the numbers, and the prize will be distributed. It'll be shared on PokerNews.com. I'm sure tomorrow morning, before the day 2 flight starts. 865 Tiffany.
Pretty solid flop for 7-5 offsuit.
No kidding, she loves her big blind.
One bet 25,000.
She puts a very slow bet out. It's great. Yeah.
2 fold.
Good fold, Desmond. Don't know what we're looking at here. This is not a box I've seen before. There we go.
Fixes in. That's the get the cards set up so we get the kings versus queens versus ace king.
Shuffle and deal one hand.
Right, he's down to 10 big blinds. We're getting ever closer to somebody having to make a shove decision.
Right. Look at how well behaved the players are, man. No one is actually standing up looking at the tables and stuff. This is really fun to see.
This is the main event. No one here is a newbie, so we got players that are used to the bubble situation. They've played poker before.
Yeah, for sure.
6 fold.
No drunks running around
7 fold.
Right.
8 fold.
yet.
Not yet. No, sir.
I mean, it is 9:30 on a Saturday night in Houston, so
Nine raised 40,000. 10 fold. 1 fold.
yeah, I suspect that it's going to be another table that does the dirty work for the bubble. We haven't seen a lot of players get out of line in this one.
But it's the same every other table too. I mean, players know, this is it. Even if you go into day 2 with 3 or 4 big blinds, you have a shot.
Absolutely.
Compared to being the bubble who doesn't make $1.
Sure, but maybe Clyde's causing some havoc at another table.
Oh man, I hope Clyde still has a stack.
I hope Clyde has a stack and someone's got 3 big blinds and it's just,
Gosh.
making everybody sweat.
It would be so good. I really hope Clyde still has a stack. My gosh. What's up, Alex Optional in chat? How's it going, homie? Hello, Donna. Hope you guys are doing all right. Thanks for hanging out with us. We are hand for hand. 30 players remain, and we're going to bag up at 29. Once we find one more unfortunate soul to send out, we will bag up and move on.
So you're for just massive pain. You're rooting for massive pain. Or stuck to get into aces and someone like 7-8 to flop the goods and just destroy them.
I mean, we've seen players fold queens. I expect it'll take aces versus kings, or maybe even an ace king scenario.
Ace queen and ace jack have found the muck pretty quick these days too.
Yeah. I think we'll take the most.
I think this table is going to require a setup. It might be another table that gets the bust out.
I see someone clapping. Oh. I think it might be over. Players are starting to be very happy and count their chips. It looks like this is done, you guys.
Yep. Bag him and tag him.
Let's go. Well, there you go, everybody. With that, we are going to wrap up day 1C coverage. We are at 29 players, and we will be bagging up. Let's see what we can find out. Here, can I, All right. At our table, you can see Desmond has 39 big blinds going into day 2. Reggie, with only 10 big blinds, 171K, is going to be very happy to bag and tag. That is a guarantee min cash. Every player moving on will be in the money when they go into day 2. So congratulations, Reggie, Dana, Keith, Stanley, William, Tiffany, Will, Desmond. You did it. You made it.
And the other 21 players that survived the bubble.
That's right, of course. We don't know. Did Clyde make it?
I don't know. He was on the outside table.
Oh, we have to know. We love Clyde.
Clyde
Clyde
made
was
the first couple hours fun.
Clyde was amazing. All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much for watching this. Dave, you have any parting words? Anything else you want to say?
Nope, I hope I didn't say anything too stupid in the last 2.5 hours.
No, it was a blast having you, man. Thank you so much for joining us. You guys watching at home, we appreciate you and your time with us. We'll be back tonight with Flight 1D once it gets down to about 45 players. So I expect it to start probably around 11 or midnight. Just make sure to follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook, follow the feature table, and you'll be notified as soon as we are going to go live. Thank you. Tune in tomorrow again at 2 p.m. We're going to start day 2 right as cards are in the air. So we will be covering all of day 2 here on the feature table. You're going to see someone win a beautiful, huge prize. And we'll get you guys more information as it comes to us. Thanks. And from Jesse Fullen and Dave Clark and the feature table, have a good night.
I took a picture of mine too.